Welcome, everybody. We're at the last segment of the day. I wanted to get a good friend of mine, Coach Dicko, called in to join in on this topic with us. Coach Dicko is a former guest of ours here at the 510 Huddle with me and Coach Walters. Coach Dicko, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're good, man. A little in a sad mood. Football season is over right now.
Right.
It's
It's a lot of reflecting going on, a lot of feeling, a lot of learning, and start the process to get ready for the next one.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. Let's dive right into it. The reason why I called you, we all know you're one of the best defensive back coaches in the area. I definitely just wanted your take and your perspective on the 3rd and 15 play from the Super Bowl. For me, when I think back on the Super Bowl, I think this is one of the plays that stands out to me as far as changing just the momentum and the swing of the game. And it's the 3rd and 15 play from Patrick Mahomes hitting Tyreek Hill deep. What was your take on that, and from the cover DB perspective and cover standpoint?
Man, so from a DB perspective, it's a breakdown in the secondary of not understanding and identifying where their go-to and fastest player on the field is. You had a 3rd and 15. You got time working against the Chiefs. They need a chunk play, and Niners go to what they're known for. They go to cover 3, and then for some reason the corner on the 3 receiver side is driving on a dig. When you got Tyreek Hill at the number 2 spot running on a post corner.
Yeah. So when I seen it deep, when I seen it, at first I wasn't sure who to blame. Was that the free safety or the corner? When I seen it, I was like, first of all, everybody's forgetting these routes was deep. He did like a 6-step drop, and they were about 20 yards deep downfield.
Yep.
My question to you, Dicko, Coach, is because what I remember cover 3 rules with the corners always tight. I never played corner, mainly played all the safety positions, a little linebacker, but I know most of the defensive back positions. What I was always taught for corners in cover 3, especially when you have multiple guys in your zone and running vertical in your zone, that you got a fishtail, split the divide of 2 verticals. But I thought whenever number 2 or whoever goes away, it damn near like when number 2 goes away, so when Tyreek makes it look like a post, doesn't it turn into top down man for the corner on number 1 who's continuing to push vertical and then ends up breaking the dig? For me, it was more so I just thought it was a beautiful play design to attack the coverage.
No, it was great play design. It was a Hail Mary situation at that point. This is the season for the Chiefs. We need to convert this or the season's over.
Yeah.
Because if we don't get that, and we're looking at a 4th and 15 or whatever, and at that situation we don't get that one, I mean, the 49ers are another 3 and out away from really winning the Super Bowl. They only have to move the ball because now the clock is on their side. And so that was one where we're going to go for it with our best player. And it was a good play design, but it is a 3-by-1 formation. You got Tyreek Hill at the number 2 spot. And if you guys can get a chance to go look at the play, I
got it up right here, Dicko. We're watching it.
Right. If you look at the play, Tyreek Hill, it should be a clear vision of the corner if he's trying to midpoint. Because he is screaming down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't see Tyreek.
He doesn't do a good fish point at all, or a fishtail at all.
Right. And so he's locked in, I believe, in Watkins, and so he's locked in on the dig that's covered by the 2 underneath guys. You got your corner Williams that's in great position outside in on it, and you got the inside linebacker that's got great depth and it's sitting right in front of the dig. And so for some reason Mosley decides that he wants to go drive the dig as if the underneath guys need help, and completely lose sight of one of the most dynamic players on the field who has time to run a double move. And Patrick Mahomes has made up his mind at that point. He's throwing. And so it's complete for pick at this point.
Yeah.
So we either get it or we don't. And so Mosley from just being in a position where, it's the Super Bowl. I know he started a couple games during the year, but this is really he's back in the rotation as of I think the divisional championship game, and so he's in a great moment. He's in the Super Bowl. The moment got a little bit big, and his vision got real small when it needs to get real big. Yeah. At that point, and he wasn't ready to make that play.
Yeah. Zay, what's your thoughts on it, Zay? You played receiver. What's your thoughts on the play?
So my thoughts, I had a different perspective on it. I thought this was more on the D coordinator's fault than anything, because like you said, they go to base cover 3 is their base defense. It's a Super Bowl. We all know what Andy Reid's doing all 2 weeks. Yeah, figuring out what to do. And from the offense perspective, especially against cover 3, I know on offense we're taught, and especially when designing plays for the week, who's the weakest corner? That's what we're going to attack. You see they didn't run this play on Richard Sherman's side. So to me, in this play is simple. Okay, we must have all eyes on 2 people, Kelsey and Hill. Those are the go-to, and it's 3rd and 15. So to me, for this play, I thought it was real simple. Even if the receiver running the dig is cover 3. The linebacker's there for the underneath. And so I know as a receiver, especially Hill, I'm pretty sure he took an extra step or 2 to really sell that post. Because as a receiver, we're taught you got to you got to sell the post.
Safety bailed and then they're trying to beat him to the post.
He was turned around. So when I saw it from him, I was just like, how's Tyreek? I would have just bracketed Tyreek. To me, it would have been real simple. 3rd and 15, why not just play 2 men and call it a day? Have your corners play under. Now, you might give up something over the middle, but to me, it's that simple. You run the same thing all game. And 3-by-1 is definitely a cover 3 beater. So for me, I took it from just being outsmarted on the play, not necessarily someone's fault. You got an undrafted corner in there starting. So, I mean, as a defensive coordinator, Dicko, as a defensive coach, do you feel like the Robert Saleh could have had his players in a better position for that play?
So, well, I mean, you're in a position you want to be in at 3rd and 15.
That's correct.
Right? They just had an incomplete pass, Tyreek Hill. Pocket stop, you're in a position. The clock's on your side. The yards is on your side. All you want to do as a defense is if they want to complete it, it's got to be completed in front of you. And so, I believe as that is 3-by-1, you got a tight split on the single receiver side. I believe that's Travis Kelsey on that side.
Yeah, he was tight. Yeah, he was tight.
Right, so you end up with 3 verticals. You end up with 2 verticals. You get Tyreek Hill running the post corner, and you get Kelsey, I believe, or you get either him or
number 3 runs that climb. Number 3 runs like that climb across route, Dicko.
The deep drive.
Yeah.
Right, and so you have, and I think Kelsey chips and then goes in.
Yeah, he chips first. He chips.
Right, so you got 2 verticals, you got 2 underneath routes. You got 3 guys deep. Right? So if you're gonna make a completion, you gotta complete the slant to Kelsey, or you gotta complete a dig, which if you look at the play, if you look at the pocket integrity, Mahomes has gotta back up so that he can launch the corner. He can't step up and throw a dig route. If he tries to step up, he gets sacked.
Yeah.
And so that's your only play. That's the only read that Mahomes is looking for. And so I'd say if you go bracket, if you try to bracket Tyreek Hill, then you're going to leave Kelsey one-on-one, and then you're going to leave the undrafted rookie who didn't do a very good job, or actually not rookie, but the undrafted corner, who didn't do a good job in cover 3. You're going to leave him one-on-one on a dig.
Yeah. When I'm watching him, man. Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Yep.
No, finish it. Yeah.
And so, I mean, your pass rush has been getting there all day. In fact, the Packers got there on this play. But the play worked because Mahomes buys time. And the 49ers secondary, unfortunately, in this case, for Mosley's case, he lost sight of probably the biggest home run threat on that team and got greedy and chased the dig. Ultimately, when it came down to, I mean, so you can call multiple other plays, but now you're going to take something away and you're going to give something else up. At that point, 3rd and 15, if I'm with DC, like, you don't need 2 plays to get this first down. And so I'm playing everything top down, which it was a top down coverage.
Yeah.
Call, but they didn't play top down.
And the more I watch it deep, like you just pointed out a few minutes ago, the more I watch it, bro Mosley did a lazy ass fishtail, man. At the end of the day, and you can tell, I'm watching it in slow mo. When you see his fishtail, it's quick that Tyreek got out of his vision because Tyreek's blowing gas right now out the slot.
And so you coming off of almost a de facto timeout because it was a
penalty.
It was a review.
Yeah.
Tyreek had it on the first one, right? And so you coming off of a timeout defensively, you should be talking, play the sticks, right? Understand it, 3 by 1. If I'm a corner, a nickel, or a safety, I need to figure out where 2 people are on their team. Where is Tyreek Hill and where is Travis Kelce? Right? Those are the 2 most important guys on that offense. So if I'm breaking the huddle in 3rd and 15, I need to figure out what's the coverage. If I'm playing zone, then I need to find those 2 home run hitters that they got, those 2 guys. Which one is on my side? If I figure that out, if I'm playing corner, I see Tyreek Hill in the slot, then I'm gonna have an all-pro Super Bowl winning fishtail to finish this game out. Does that make sense?
No, I think you're spot on. Do you think the Niners defense was talked up, so much of this year? Do you think that had? Do you think Robert Saleh is a good defensive head coach, or do you think it was more of having to lead a lot of the games?
I would say he's a pretty good coach because you played the last game of the season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With probably if let's just say nickel defense, out of your nickel defense, you probably got 3 legit starters. You probably got your 3 safety, Jerry Ward probably had a pretty good season. We all know about Richard Sherman, he's pretty good. And then your nickel was pretty decent, but your two holes in your defense was the other safety and the other corner spot. And so you were able to match that throughout the whole year with your pass rush, and it really didn't become an issue until really that kind of breakdown where, all right, well, we gave up the first down, but you still get to go out and play more defense, right? Which the first down kind of gave them momentum. They kind of get going, and I believe there was a PI that happened to them. That also happened in the end zone that really set up the touchdown. And so, you had other opportunities to get off the field, and that just came where the Chiefs, from their playoff run, from being down almost every single game, they were already in that mode. It wasn't like, oh, well, we're going to fold it up. We've been here. Right, let's keep firing. And so, that's one of those where you had to physically bury them to win that game, and they came out with the plays when they needed it to hold up that trophy.
Yeah, man, definitely. Dicko, before we let you go, we just wanted to touch a little bit on the other 3rd and 15 play. It's actually a 3rd and 10 play when it was the game had changed and flipped momentum. It was 24-20 at this point. I want to say about a minute 30 left. Minute 40 left. Jimmy G shoots one down deep middle to Sanders and just missed him. Just now watching the play, at first for some reason I don't know why I thought Jimmy threw the ball under duress. If you want to see it, he's actually he had a pretty good pocket to actually just get the ball off. He just overshot him, I think. Yeah. What was your thoughts on that one, Coach?
So on that one, now you got the Chiefs secondary. I believe they had a bracket on
Sanders.
I want to say they doubled Sanders, and I'm not sure if they doubled Kittle at the same time or if they left Kittle one-on-one.
Kittle was in the backfield blocking. It was twins left, fullbacks. It was a full set in the backfield. A back on each side of Jimmy, but the back on the right side was Kittle blocking, and then you had one receiver on the right. And they was all in the condensed form.
Yeah, more of a pistol look.
Okay, so now Sanders is your 3rd down chain mover, I believe, right? He's the vet that can find those holes and Niners had the perfect.
They thought he was running out.
Right? The Chiefs are sitting on the stick, and Sanders goes right by him where there's no safety, and that's where the quarterbacks that hold up those trophies make those throws. Right?
Yeah.
No pressure. He rushed it, and he overthrew him.
Yeah.
Right? And so what you want to do on the deep ball is the worst thing you can do on a deep ball is overthrow it. Right? If you put it on him or if you underthrow it, you put it on him, it's a touchdown. If you underthrow it, you got to come back, you get a PI, and now you set up first and go from 1 yard line. Right? It typically wins for you, especially with those two guys getting beat the way they got beat.
Yeah.
Right? And so now what went wrong for the Chiefs is they had two guys bracketing them. One of those guys got to be high, the other guy got to be low. And I haven't looked at that one that many times.
The corner was high. The corner was high. He kind of just does a lazy, slow shuffle out. And even though Emmanuel kind of stems it and make it look like he's running it out, he pretty much keeps his gas there and stems it real quick, a little jab, head not out, and presses it to the post.
Right. And so that's one of those, man. If you're supposed to be on top, you make sure you're on top. And you got lucky.
And they ran a dig, and the receiver next to Sanders ran a deep dig to hold the safety.
And so you're looking at like, you know, we just broke down like how Mosley was wrong on his cover 3 drop, right? But that could be all forgotten if Jimmy makes that throw to Sanders. Because now all of a sudden it's a different thing. I'm talking about who's that corner that got
Even
beat.
if it is, they still got him double. They gotta be on top. Already up. Look. I know them two double here.
You got
Stay
two
in the
third
zone.
down situations. You got two third down situations where the defenses believe that they were in the right call, but they didn't execute the way they needed to execute. And one quarterback made a throw, the other one didn't.
I think it's simple as that. And I take a different perspective on this play with the missed throw. They were it was man coverage. They bracketed Emmanuel Sanders. I just thought Emmanuel Sanders ran a beautiful route. So as a receiver, I was never good enough where I'm bracketed at all. But if you're getting bracketed in the game, you're taught to split it and find the soft point. If you watch that route, Sanders does the slightest hesitation if he's going an out route. The over the top, the inside help, he paused, relaxed. He thought, oh, he's running out, and then it was over. It was simple as that. He finds that right mesh point, pauses, and I think that's a beautiful. I mean, that's teach tape to split a double team.
The only reason why I say I don't know if it's man's that is because this guy, nobody's pressing the point, and then look at him. He don't connect to a ball.
Okay, well, if he has over the top, he's just wide open then?
No, I'm saying watch him.
And so now, if you take it a step further,
Who is man?
those two DBs, the inside bracket guy, and now your high quarter, they're believing like, all right, we can play the out, we can play the under because we're gonna have this post safety. But now you're looking at a good design by the Niners, like we don't take this post safety out. All right, somebody else.
Being so far off, he should be closer. You can't play me.
Yeah.
You can't play me.
Yeah. But I think, Dicko, you hit it, right on point. The quarterbacks that hold the trophies up make the throws, and we saw who hold that trophy up at the end of the game. So
yeah, we said it, man. Right before the pod, or right before the Super Bowl, I thought Shanahan would have like a script of 20 to 25 throws for Jimmy, and he had about 2 to 3 big boy throws in there that he needed him to make. That was one of them. He just didn't complete it, and that's the ball game.
Anytime you get in close Super Bowl matches, the quarterbacks that can make the throws are going to be the ones holding those trophies up.
Unless you're Eli Manning.
That's the difference in the league. And typically, if you're looking at anybody that's holding up trophies in any kind of close game, they typically got to make a throw. I mean, even if you go back to Eli, right? Hate him or love him.
He made them throws.
But he has to make the throws. He has to make the throws. Somebody has to go catch it.
And he made them back to back. Yeah. Thank you, Deke, man. We definitely appreciate your perspective, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We know you're a family man as well, Coach, as long as an amazing coach. But we know you got to get back to the babies, man.
All right, Brad, man. I appreciate it, man. Anytime I can talk ball, I'm willing and I'm able.
Always, Coach. I'm going to get by there soon and come pick at you, like always.
All right, appreciate it, Coach Dicko. Have a good night.
All right, you guys do. Do the same.
All right.